There's a new Good Work, I think, that explains what Palantir does. And I want to watch that. For some reason, Palantir, a company that really shouldn't be worth what it's worth, is still up 20% in our thing. It's Doug's best performing stock. And, it already seemed a little bit overvalued to me. So I want to understand it better. What's it doing and why is it valued so highly?
Rich and famous tech companies talk about what they do. They usually say something like, "We are connecting the world." So when I learned that last year's best performing stock by growth was a Silicon Valley unicorn by the name of Palantir, I was pretty sure I knew what they were up to. Probably they made a streaming service called Boo Boo or earbuds called Doinkers or whatever.
Do you guys know that if AirPods were split out into their own business, they would be bigger than Nike? Like significantly. You say that a lot? Well, I mean it a lot. It's crazy. You from 10 times? Yeah, okay, fine. I'll say it 11 times. It's crazy. Someone in the chat didn't know that. Now they know it. They wouldn't have the Apple name though, right? Yes, of course. I'm not. Okay. I'm not actually saying it would be a smart idea to split out AirPods with its own business. I'm saying based on their revenue, they would be bigger than Nike on AirPods alone, which is crazy. So I want to crash out real quick. Here's the thing. If I tell a story from 2019, there's going to be some chatter with 50,000 messages in my chat who goes, "Oh, okay, heard this one before." But it turns out every day we have new people in here, bro. We have new people in here, okay? Both the main channel and the Big A Clips channel have had their 2 biggest months ever in the history of either channel. So some people are going to check out the stream for the first time, and maybe they want to hear a little fact that they haven't heard before, okay? Some people in chat, like Crane, who've been here since 2019, go, "Oh my God, heard that story already, heard it a million times." And it's like, no, actually, most people haven't heard it. Most people haven't heard it. It's actually a great story.
Their stock rocketed up 340% in 2024, peaking this winter to give them a valuation of over $250 billion. And although their stock price has dipped since then, they remain right up there with the likes of AT&T, IBM, and those hunks over at Cisco.
They don't actually make a lot of money though, right? They're valued a lot, but I don't think they make a lot of money. Yeah, in 2024, they made $2.8 billion in revenue. What's profit? They made $462 million in profit. Well, what did Cisco make in profit? Dude, what? Is that real? Bro, Cisco made $34 billion in profit. $34 billion in profit. Palantir made $400 million and they're valued the same?
Can you answer that question for me here and now? What exactly does Palantir do?
They want to win Defense Department contracts, commercial contracts as well. They got their start going back to 2003 in trying to come up with a data analytics platform. We're in the middle of the war on terror.
Not to LeBron glaze, but this was the year LeBron was drafted. And he's still out there doing it. Can we just talk about the fact that 2003, he enters the league and he is still out there, age 40? Somebody was drafted into the war and he was drafted in the NBA. And who worked harder? My man, LeGoat. LeBron fights a war every day. Yes, dude. Every day he laces up and gets on the court, he fights a war.
What they've expanded to today, they are a problem solver for the Department of Defense. The idea of a Silicon Valley company saying we kill things, that we're interested in serving the Department of Defense. It was what made them unique. People hadn't seen it, and that they were going to compete with companies that had been around for decades and dominated the market.
Well, you got to understand, though, Silicon Valley has a second mover's advantage. So yes, Palantir is doing well right now, but once Tim Cook of Apple gets over his reservations about killing people, and Apple moves in and makes their own AI death software, they'll take all the contracts in a week. The iDrones, the iDrones, the iMissile. Once they let Tim Cook, dude, he's gonna wax Palantir. What is second mover's advantage? I mean, I was joking, but it's something like Apple will do, or Meta's done this. It's where a smaller company innovates something really cool, and then the bigger company just copies it. And they have more resources and bigger scale. And usually they can overwhelm. Like a good example is Snapchat stories, and then they became stories on Instagram. Someone comes later and like learns all the stuff that you did wrong, learns from you, uses their bigger scale and beats you. It's just insider trading. No, it's not. Don't just bookend the conversation by saying some random term, you know. It's not insider trading at all. How it that doesn't make any sense. No, second mover's advantage is nothing like insider trading. There's not even any crossover. In no way is it trading, or is it insider? It's not. Yeah, I see what you're doing. I just want to call that out. That no, you don't have it right. If you think it's insider trading or quantitative easing, or you don't have it right. You don't have it correct.
They've made a ton of really senior hires from US government agencies, and also a number of really senior Palantir executives have been appointed by Trump to senior government positions.
Palantir has been hiring well from, I guess, the pool of people that know how the government system works.
So they hire people who are connected and just left government, and then those people talk to their old friends in government and get them big contracts. And that's their fucking business. You know what? Even if this is the case, which it is, it's still not insider trading. Just to be clear, people jumping in, it's still not insider trading. This is, you are still not using the term correctly.
Palantir has landed over $1.3 billion
Sheesh.
in Department of Defense contracts since 2009. This is for stuff like the Army's Vantage Data Analytics platform, this James Bond-style AI satellite computer suitcase, an AI-powered drone system called Project Maven, and Titan, the Army's first AI-defined vehicle, which promises to do things like reduce sensor-to-shooter timelines, reduce soldier workflow burdens and cognitive load, and enable long-range precision fire for the modern battle space.
I want to pause because I don't understand what an AI-powered truck means. Does it mean self-driving, or what are they? Can I look this up? Let's do a quick check. Deploying the first AI-defined vehicle. See, what does that mean, AI-defined? They asked ChatGPT what a truck is. It's got 4 wheels in the back and they built that? Or like, what the f are you talking about? This is the Army's next generation intelligence ground station, enabled by artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, ML. Are they just selling buzzwords to the Army? What about this truck is machine learning? Our solution integrates sensors, networks, and automation to increase operational tempo and reduce time from sensor to shooter. It doesn't have guns on it. So what does that mean? It tells you person's there and you shoot it, but okay. Dude, can you imagine buying a used truck from a junkyard and then putting a ChatGPT enabled laptop in it and then selling it for a 300x markup to the military?
The system uses AI to reduce the sensor-to-shooter timeline by automatically refining tracks and target locations, and by identifying potential targets in imagery or video sensor feeds. This fused data creates more complete, higher confidence targets for users to review. As potential targets...
Damn, it's got like an Asana board for killing people? Dude, I use this at work. I use this shit at Twitch. It's a Trello board for murder. Dude, that's crazy. Identify power time, coordination, execution. They're $18 million each. Palantir got a contract for $180 million to develop 10 prototypes. I'm a Clancyville Army exec. I just ordered 5. Oh, God, dude. Get these into Clancy's head. We got a problem. All right, let's all pitch in 50 grand, okay? And then we'll buy one of these trucks and it'll be my mobile operations command center. And I'll drive around not just the country, but the globe, sort of attacking with my content. I'll drive right to Clancyville. Yeah, exactly. I'll attack Clancyville.
Palantir's chief technology officer tweeted last year that the company's AI clients include United Airlines, Lowe's, General Mills, and Do Not Sleep, on Tampa General Hospital. By Jove, they've even got their paws in big pickleball.
I mean, I get they can offer differing AI solutions to different companies, but it almost feels like they're just going around to all of these places, including the US government, who don't really understand AI and don't know how to use it, but want to be seen as using it, and then offering them bloated contracts. It feels like they are, we allow you to say you're using AI as a service, which seems like a good business, I guess, to be in for now. Damn, they really have had an insane run. I mean, essentially since 2024. Well, that was their year. That was their breakout year. We learned something. That was actually a good video. We learned about Palantir, important company to know about.